up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Real Madrid versus Barcelona in La Liga, also known as the Clasico, the biggest match in club football. I am very nervous. We need the 3 points. I want the victory, especially away. And you know what? This is going to be a big indication who will take that leap forward in the league title race. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. It'll be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 4:15 p.m. local time, so we do have the early kickoff time tomorrow in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the Santiago Bernabeu. Now, over the past few years, we've had special kits played in this match. Of course, last year we played in the last year kit, our 4th kit. Year before that, we made a specific kit for the Clasico, and this year is no different. Barcelona will have a new sponsor on their kit tomorrow, and it will be the OVO Drake logo. He's hit 50 billion streams on Spotify, and of course Spotify is our main sponsor. Now, these concepts were rumored months ago when we got the sponsorship with Spotify. We heard at the time that once in a while on big occasion Barcelona will change their logo to signify an artist's big milestone, and Drake reached 50 billion Spotify streams, which is ridiculous. That's like what every person at least a couple times heard his song once in the world, which is absolutely crazy. Now, unfortunately, this kit is not for sale. It's just for the players to play in the match, but you can probably get a hold of it from other websites. And the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch will be Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, and on the VAR it'll be Alejandro Hernandez. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona, for the first time in years, will be going to the Clasico as the leaders of the league. We are coming to this match, of course, in first place. After playing 8 matches, we have 22 points, 7 wins, and 1 draw. But Real Madrid do have the exact same record and points, but they have scored 7 goals less than us with the goal difference. Of course, Barcelona have only conceded 1 goal in La Liga, and Real Madrid have only have 1 clean sheet in La Liga. So it shows the difference in the two teams. Of course, both are getting the results, getting the 3 points, but one is outshining the other, and that's of course Barcelona. I think Raphinha came out over the past few days saying that, look, if anyone should be scared, it should be Real Madrid, because we're coming in as the league leaders, and that is a fact. And of course, this match will have a huge indication on who can take that extra step at the moment in the league title race. Of course, a draw at the moment would favor Barcelona more because we are playing away from home, but Barcelona want to win, Real Madrid want to win. I think a win in this match for either team will be huge for that title race, but also for the people behind us. You can see Atletico Madrid are sat in 4th place on 16 points, Athletic Club in 3rd place on 17 points. I think Betis and Sociedad are also in 5th and 6th on 16 points as well. And if you look at the top teams and who they'll be facing this weekend, it's 1st and 2nd facing each other, and also 3rd versus 4th. I believe that will be taking place later on today. Bilbao will host Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad will have to travel to Celta Vigo, and Betis will host Almira. So you can expect Betis to get 3 points. Sociedad will be difficult, and of course that first one there later on today will be absolutely huge, because of course if you think about it, let's say for example Barcelona win, you get that 3 points over Real Madrid, then also you could get 6, maybe 7 points ahead of the other people behind you as well. So a crucial match coming up for the whole entire league, and this could definitely determine who can take that extra step for qualifying for Champions League in that 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th battle, and also for the title. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Real Madrid. Of course, one of the most historic clubs, or probably the historic club in the world, one of the best teams in the world, Champions League winner. This is it. It's our biggest opponent you could face in the entire season. Of course, we do face them twice, but we hate these scumbags, and last time we showed who's boss. We beat them at the Santiago Bernabeu last time by 4-0. It was an absolutely world-class performance. Champagne football, Xavi ball was in full effect. And if you look at the lineup, it could be very similar to the one that we play tomorrow. Of course, I think from this lineup only Aubameyang, and just Aubameyang, is no longer at the club. So theoretically speaking, you could put out the same lineup. Of course, Araujo is injured, but everything else could be played as well. But in this match, as we all know, Barcelona absolutely dominated Real Madrid. Of course, they didn't have Benzema at the time, but whether they had Benzema or not, we still went in their own backyard and absolutely thrashed them. Now, if you take a look at Real Madrid's last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match they drew 1-1 with Shakhtar Donetsk. They beat Getafe 1-0, getting their only clean sheet of the La Liga season. They beat Shakhtar Donetsk in the first leg 2-1. They drew 1-1 with Osasuna. They beat Atletico Madrid 2-1, and they also beat RB Leipzig 2-0. So let's now take a look at the last 3 matches in all competition in a deeper analysis. Firstly is that 2-1 win over Shakhtar Donetsk. As we all know, Real Madrid playing a typical 4-3-3 formation similar to Barcelona. In this match, it was domination. They should have scored more goals, and the fact they conceded shows how vulnerable the defense can be in some occasions. Next up, 1-0 win against Getafe. I did end up watching this match, and I tell you what, it was boring. I think Militao scored like in the first 3 minutes, and after that, it was just Real Madrid chance after Real Madrid chance. Getafe came close a few times, but in the end, Real Madrid got their first clean sheet in La Liga of the season. But the last match, all competition, was of course in midweek in the Champions League, where they drew 1-1 with Shakhtar. But I want to highlight the lineup in this match. As you can see, lots and lots of rotation from the manager Carlo Ancelotti. No Carvajal, no Modric, no Vinicius Jr. starting this match, and even David Alaba and Militao did not start as well, so they did a lot of rotation midweek, so they probably would have qualified for the Champions League anyway. They did end up getting a last minute draw as well with the Rudiger header, but in the end it was smooth sailing for them. The priority for them in that match more so was rotating and resting for the Clasico. Now on the screen right now is the line that I believe that Carlo Ancelotti, the Real Madrid manager, will select for this match. Anything other than these 11 players, I would be shocked. I would bet a lot of money that this will be the lineup. It will be Lunin in goal because Courtois is injured, officially ruled out for this match. So their backup goalkeeper Lunin will be playing. Back and forth Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and Ferland Mendy. We could see maybe Rudiger come in at left back, and then maybe Alaba can play there as well. You can put Alaba left back, Rudiger center back. But with those stitches coming in midweek, I can't see why they would start him in the Clasico, especially in a big high-intensity game. Midfield 3 of Tchouaméni, Modric, and Toni Kroos. Camavinga has no chance. Front 3 is where there could be some shuffling. I think he'll go Valverde on the right, Benzema up top, and Vinicius on the left. He could play Rodrigo. He could play Asensio on the right. Of course, 2 natural wingers, 2 natural forwards. But I think he'll do is have Valverde there, making a 4-4-2 flat, maybe a 4-4-2 to diamond when they're attacking as well. This has always been the lineup of, besides Courtois and goal, when they play big games. When they played against Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, all the big games this season, they rocked up with this team plus Courtois and goal. So I'm 100% sure that this will be the lineup that Real Madrid will play tomorrow for the Clasico. So overall, final thoughts on Real Madrid. Of course, without a doubt, one of the best teams in the world and very well managed by their manager Carlo Ancelotti. Since his return last summer, he's been doing spectacularly well. Of course, won the league, won the Champions League. Unfortunately, players to look out for again is the whole damn team. They have quality in every single area, similar to what we do, similar to what every other top team has. But the one point I want to mention about Real Madrid is that they leak goals. Of course, on paper, the defense looks strong. Carvajal, Mendy, Alaba, Rudiger, Militao, but they leak goals. I think this whole entire season they only have 3 clean sheets. In La Liga, only 1 clean sheet. They've leaked goals in every single game basically they played this season. So that is their main vulnerability. I think Barcelona really have to put chances in the box here, create some chances, go for it. If you just sit back, wait for the moments to come, Real Madrid, that will probably benefit them, especially in their stadium as well. But in the end, the most important thing to remember is that this Real Madrid team is not perfect. They do have a few vulnerabilities. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. Of course, his press conference this morning, he's asked a lot of questions by the media about every single topic you can think of. Let's go and see what he had to say during the presser. He starts off by saying that the Inter match is a good reference for us to be braver and prevent rebounds. We have to learn and be more competitive in games like that. We were in a bad state when we reached the Clasico last year. Today we've arrived at the Clasico and we are top of the league. El Clasico is a game of 3 points. It's also an important game to get a morale boost. I still insist that we are still on the right track. We scored 20 goals in the league and conceded only 1. We are better than we used to be. It is true that we have not improved that much in the European competition, but that's the case with every newly started project. He was then asked about the fitness of Jules Kounde, and he said that of course it's still pending official confirmation from the club, but he said that Kounde is 100% fit and ready for this match. He's training well and he will be ready for tomorrow. So Kounde, very likely, I would say pretty much guaranteed, he will be in the squad list for the match. Then asked about Busquets, said that look, Busquets is an important player for us. And in the last game he had problems in the second half, but he's our leader, he's the captain of the players, and he's of course a Barcelona player himself. Every player on the team has to be ready to play at any given moment. Then he's asked about the criticism against the captains. He said, I do try to hear out the criticism, however I focus on the work. We don't have to lose or draw in matches like the ones that happened, but we are Barcelona and we have to keep working and winning tomorrow. We are playing better in the league and tomorrow is going to be a tough match and we have to work on winning it. Last season winning the Clasico gave us a good morale boost, and this is what we will work on this season, as well as by winning the match. He was then asked about the possibility of Marcos Alonso and Eric Garcia playing as a center back duo for this match. He came out saying that, look, anything is possible. Alonso played as a center defender before, but we will decide on that tomorrow. It has nothing to do with, only being Vinicius Jr., but with Benzema, Cruz, and the rest of the players, they have a very strong team, saying that, what, can Alonso hold up Benzema? That's not the real question, or Vinicius. It's about the whole entire team. In La Liga, we are playing well, and we have to remain optimistic. Preparing for the Clasico, I always try to stay optimistic and try to develop the team in all aspects. Regarding the result, it's unfortunate that in the matches like Inter and Bayern, we played well, but we didn't get the result that we wanted. Look, in the end of the day, I'm a Barcelona fan as well, and I want the best for the club. If I feel I can no longer do anything to help, I will go home, but for now, that is not the case. Which I'm saying, look, if I can't help the team, if I don't see any improvement, I don't see, a pathway here to success, I will walk away from the job and let someone else take over. He's then asked about the meeting that took place after the in match with Joan Laporta and the rest of the board. I think Mateo Alemán was there as well. He said there's still a lot left of the season. The president continues to be optimistic. He's always positive and helps us. What happened against Inter was unfortunate. Same with Bayern Munich and Milano as well. However, we have to continue on our path that we're currently on. I love playing against Real Madrid. I'm competitive, and I always love to play matches like this. We want to attack as one block positionally. We want to press in their half, but also we want to see characteristics of the players and not hinder our decision making. Will the Clasico be without the captains this time? He was asked. He said that, what, we'll see what happens. I say that everyone is focused on only the leaders. In the end, we are a team and a group. We have 5 substitutes as well tomorrow. Everyone has to be ready. The team believes in itself, and I see the team as competitive, motivated, and brave. We will fight to the end, and I think if we fought last season like we did today, things would have been different last season in Europe. A little bit of a dig there. You could say that we needed more physical strength in the Inter match, but the truth is we need to be stronger mentally. It is true that we want more physical strength, but we have to improve firstly mentally before we get into the actual physical concept. And lastly, Xavi concluded off by saying that the El Clasico is a great opportunity for us, and we want to continue with our lead. This is a huge challenge for us, and the competition in the league is different from Europe. If we stay positive, I think we could walk away this match with a positive result. And that concludes Xavi's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Real Madrid tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez, and this is a huge lineup for him. He has to get it spot on, of course. There's been a lot of criticism of his lineup selection over the past few days, and he needs to get this right. Will he do so or not? I think he will bottle it. I think he'll go with this lineup on the screen right now. I think he'll go with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Kounde, Pique, Eric Garcia, Balde, midfield 3 of Busquets, Gavi, and Pedri, and a front 3 of Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Ousmane Dembele. Now, firstly, if Kounde is in the squad list, which he will be, the club are going to risk him. Let's be honest. We always talk about, not risking players when I save them, blah, blah, blah. But this is the match where you risk players. I think Kounde will 100% start this match. And I think Xavi will bottle it. I think he will start Pique. He will start Busquets. I think anything other than this lineup, I would be shocked. Even if even at left back, I wouldn't be surprised if he brought in Jordi Alba or Alonso. I think Alonso at left back won't happen. I think Jordi Alba, though, is definitely in contention. In terms of Roberto, I don't see Roberto starting since Kounde is going to be fit, although he could put Kounde at center back and then Roberto at right back. I would rather he go with Eric Garcia and Kounde as a center back partnership and Kounde and Roberto at right back. Sorry, but then the problem is Roberto has absolutely no defensive awareness, no defensive pace to cover Vinicius, who of course will play on the left side. So that's why you want Kounde there on the right. So I don't see Roberto starting this match either. Maybe Roberto could start in the midfield. We could have a 4-4-2 diamond like they probably will as well and just match their formation. But I think, again, Raphinha should not be starting. I think it should be Ansu Fati. Apparently, Ansu Fati lacks confidence. That's why he's not starting, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. I mean, you want to start him so you can get the confidence. Just keeping him on the bench week in, week out will not help his confidence. But we'll see what Xavi goes with. But anything other than this, I would be shocked. And that's not I think that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But, of course, let me know in the comments below what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach. And, of course, I have made a few changes from Xavi's lineup. I've gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I've gone with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Kounde, Eric Garcia, Alonso, Balde, midfield 3 of Frenkie de Jong, Kessie, and Pedri, and a front 3 of Ousmane Dembele, Lewandowski, and Ansu Fati. So a lot of changes. Firstly, in the attack, I would drop Raphinha for Ansu Fati. Look, in the big matches, big moments, Raphinha is not showing up. He's had 2 months of him being in the Liga 11. I think it's now time to bring in Ansu Fati. In the midfield, I'm dropping Busquets, of course. I think in a big match like this, I don't think he can keep up with the pace. I would drop Frenkie de Jong in that pivot. And I also would go with Kessie on the right, simply on the fact that Gavi has played so many minutes since the international break. I think he's played almost every single second, except for the international. He did get subbed off, I think, last 10 minutes. But other than that, he's been playing consistently. And also, I think off the bench, Gavi can be very, very impactful. And I will go with Kessie to get that injury and to get that strength in the midfield that Xavi was talking about, of course, in the press conference. And of course, Pedri will start on the left-hand side of the interior. Back five is pretty self-explanatory. For me, the back five, the plan is no captains, no Roberto, no Pique, no Alba, no captains, and this is the lineup that you can, the only four players that you can put in without including a captain. So of course, Ter Stegen will be the captain of this match if this lineup is going to happen. Kounde right back, Garcia, Alonso, and Balde. I am worried about Garcia and Alonso as a center back partnership, but I'm risking it. I don't want to see Pique in this match. I really don't. If Pique does start and he does not perform, he's gonna get rinsed in the media from absolutely everyone. So I would go with Alonso. I would go with Balde at left back. But if you told me Xavi would pick this lineup but picks Pique instead of Alonso at center back, I would still take it as well. And that's the line that I would select for this match. But of course, let me know in the comments below. Would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? And of course, I have bottled it and I have gone with a 1-1 draw for my score prediction. Look, I think it will all depend on Barcelona's mentality and how they come into this match. They're still going to have their heads down from Inter. They're going to have their heads up, ready to go defend their place in the, as you know, league leaders in La Liga. Real Madrid, of course, them being at home, them being second place, they want to push for first place. They're doing well. Of course, they've won basically every single game in the Champions League and La Liga as well. They want to come out, of course, have vengeance for their 4-0 loss at their stadium last season as well. This for me is going to be a very, very big and interesting match. I do think there's a bigger chance of Real Madrid winning this match than Barcelona, but I do definitely believe that Barcelona can win. But for me, it depends on the mentality and more importantly, on Xavi's lineup as well. But overall, I think this will be a big match. A lot of chances. We probably will see a fight here and there. But at the end of the day, I think the result will be a stalemate. I think it'll be a 1-1, 0-0, or 2-2 draw. But of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that was a match preview for Real Madrid versus Barcelona for the Clasico in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to firstly, of course, is your score prediction. And secondly, for the lineups. Firstly, would I pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go if you were the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me, watch the game with me. Follow straight after the match by match reviews. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big game ahead. I'm very nervous, but I want absolutely nothing but the 3 points. Take care and Forza Barca.